Did you know that more than 2.5 billion prompts are being sent to AI every day? If you're not using AI at work, you'll fall behind fast. As a project manager, you're inundated with laborious email chains and meetings, most of which don't move your project forward. If you're still doing these tasks manually, you're wasting time on chores that could be actioned faster or maybe automated entirely. I've spent the last 15 years managing complex global projects, and I've learned that there are tasks that you should never waste your brain power on. And thanks to AI, you no longer have to. Because today I'm going to share 5 AI tools that every project manager needs to use to cut the busy work, save hours, and focus on the tasks that really move the needle forward. You know what it's like. You have a major project that requires your full attention, but you can't gain any momentum because of constant disruptions. People popping over to your desk with questions, the number on your inbox keeps climbing, and there's constant meeting requests. Unfortunately, I can't help your colleagues to take the hint, short of having the words "fuck off" tattooed to your forehead. But I can help you take control of your emails, meetings, and storing information. The number one tool is to automate everything. This takes a small investment of time, but once you've got it set up, you'll wish you'd done it years ago. Here's one of the easiest automations that I use every single day. Whenever I get an email that's a need to know but not urgent to action, I tag it with a color, and with a quick shortcut, those emails are automatically scanned and attachments are saved straight into a OneDrive folder. Then at the end of each day, I receive a single Word document summarizing those emails with links to the original if I need to go into it into further detail. And for meetings, you can set up an automatic email response for meeting requests. My rule is if it's not urgent, I'm not going to go. This is, of course, unless you're early on in your career. Then you have to attend as many meetings as possible. You'll see the office politics play out and see what really makes a meeting effective or a complete waste of time. And it's critically important to learn the difference. Now here's how to apply this. First, you choose the color category for non-urgent emails in your inbox and use a tool like Power Automate to save attachments and send daily summaries, and Outlook email templates for auto responses to meeting invites to protect your time. This template requires the meeting sender to give a granular outline of the key decisions to test if they really need an hour-long discussion. You break the matrix when your team starts sending you these decision requests before asking for a meeting, and then you can set up an Outlook rule to file them and batch them and answer them in all in one session. This will make the 5 hours worth of meetings you have put into a time block of 1 hour of key decision making. So now you've got AI running your background system. What if you could use it to make better decisions faster? As a project manager, you're making decisions all day long, and according to psychologist Roy Bowminster, the more decisions we make, the worse our decisions become. It's called decision fatigue. Imagine this cup filled with M&Ms. Each one represents a choice you have to make. For example, you get out of bed and you decide you want to have a coffee at home. Milk, 2 sugars, your favourite cup. Then you choose your clothes for the day. What colour shirt are you going to wear? What colour tie? What pants? What socks? What trousers? What dress? What blazer? And then at work you have to decide what you're going to focus on for that day. What priorities you're going to set yourself for that day. Then you have to make a big decision about a design change to the project. That takes a lot of brain power, so we'll lose a lot. Then you have to respond to a few emails, each one requiring their own decision, usually for more information or to take a specific action once weighed against potential risk. Keep going and you'll see by the end of the day you only have a few M&Ms remaining. If the day continues like this, it's easy to understand why deciding what to have for dinner or getting to the gym in the evening can feel so challenging. Mark Zuckerberg famously wears the same outfit every day to preserve his decision-making energy. But instead of throwing all your clothes out, you can take the same principle and apply it using AI. Tool 2 is to use AI to simplify your decision making. Now, I'm not going to suggest that you allow AI to make all your decisions. In fact, I'd strongly advise against that. But by asking AI for its decisions in a difficult situation, I find that discussing it and rejecting false recommendations, I'm able to arrive at my own decisions, grounded in solid reasoning much faster than I usually would. It's like pulling a colleague aside to get their opinion, and the back and forth eventually helps you to arrive at the best course of action. But with AI, it's instant, effective, and non-judgmental, like that work colleague you've just pictured. Here's how you can apply this. When you're facing a tricky decision, describe the situation to your AI partner of choice and ask for its recommended action and rationale. Then challenge its answer, ask follow-up questions, or request a list of pros and cons. Use the discussion to sharpen your own reasoning and help make your decisions. If you want to learn more about how you can prompt AI to act as an expert on your project, then make sure you check out our previous video that was specifically for construction and project management. But even with AI helping you make better decisions, there's still one productivity killer that we have to deal with on a daily basis. You could probably count on one hand the number of meetings you've attended that have stayed on track and covered only the intended points and ended with a real solution. They can be monotonous, long, and quite frankly a waste of time. So if you're faced with endless meetings, here's exactly how to streamline them. First, if you're running the meeting, always create an agenda and a clear purpose and then send it out ahead of time. Because a meeting without an agenda is the equivalent of removing the mute button from your group chat. You're inviting uninstructed mayhem. Plus, sending the agenda ahead of time allows people to prepare to make sure that all the info needed for key decision making is in the room when it's needed. And here's how AI can assist. Use it to generate a perfectly formatted agenda in seconds. We've included a prompt in the description below. Personalize the prompt and receive a formatted agenda, an email draft ready to circulate to your team. Secondly, start using AI note-taking apps like Otter AI. This isn't a sponsored video, and the likes of Microsoft Teams, Fireflies, and Notion all offer similar features, so use whichever lines up with your current ecosystem best. These tools let you record and transcribe meetings so you can stay fully present. They'll automatically generate a summary with key action points, saving you hours of note-taking, thus giving you a draft you can quickly edit and send around to all the attendees. So now that AI is helping your decision making, run automations and streamlining your meetings, let's talk about one of its most common uses, which is often poorly executed. But first, if you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe. We're a new channel and your support really helps us grow. If you've ever spent time crafting a well-formatted, carefully written email only to get a reply that was clearly churned out by AI, you know how lazy and impersonal it feels. These emails are usually twice as long than they need to be, and they're obvious giveaway that someone's letting AI do all the work for them. And maybe that's made you skeptical about using AI at work or nervous about being caught. But the problem isn't AI, it's how people are using it. Because AI is fantastic for drafting emails, but drafting is the key word here. It's perfect for formatting, fixing grammar, or potentially telling Michael in the design team that his latest urgent request is actually his job and not yours. Being a good project manager requires being tough, direct, and saying the things that need to be said. And when using a LLM or an AI, you can type exactly what you want to say and then let it translate your short-tempered message into a professional, polite email, saving you time and preserving more of those decision-making abilities. Tool number 4 is use AI to write your emails the correct way. That means don't just accept the first draft that AI spits out. Take a moment to tweak it, get rid of the EM dash, we've all seen it, switch out words you'd never usually use, and for everybody's sake, ensure it only addresses the elements relevant to your specific project. You may think it's counterproductive to use AI for emails if you still have to edit them, but it's faster when you consider you're dumping your real thoughts into the chat and letting it spit out a polite, well-structured draft and then quickly tidy it up than to waste time mulling over how to tell Michael how to really do his job. Try this now. Open your favorite AI tool like ChatGPT and say, turn this into a polite, professional, well-structured email, and then type out the message that you really want to send. No need to worry about the manners, the spelling, or the grammar. Just get through it as quickly as you possibly can. And you'll be surprised at the fact that once you finish saying what you really want to, a nice, well-structured and professional email ready to copy and paste into your Outlook is ready to go. But emails aren't the only thing that AI is good at for drafting. And there's a saying that goes, the first word is the hardest. We all know that feeling of you sit down, motivated, ready to start your next project or write your next brief, and suddenly you're stuck staring at a blank page. Another total drain of your decision-making energy. And now with AI tools, there's no excuse for getting stuck anymore. In fact, it's commonly accepted that this is one of the best uses for large language models such as Claude, Grok and ChatGPT. So tool number 5 is to ask AI to draft an outline or a rough first version of whatever you're working on, whether it be a scope of works, a design brief, or just the introduction to a new cost plan. Tell it what you need included and let it suggest anything that you may have missed. Even if you end up deleting half of what it gives you, the process will jog your memory and help you catch important details you'd otherwise overlook. I don't recommend using AI to write entire reports or briefs because people can spot that a mile away. Use it only for the structure and ideation and try and use it for as little of the actual content as possible. You'll start faster, stay organized, and never get stuck staring at a blank page again. If you take half a day to set up the automations and start using the AIs for all the tasks we've just covered, I guarantee you'll save a minimum of 5 hours every single week. That's extra hours for creative tasks and stronger decision making. Plus, you'll be getting ahead of colleagues still figuring AI out, and miles ahead of those who are completely avoiding it. If you want more advice on how to stay ahead in all things AI, automation, and systems efficiency for construction and real estate industry, then use the link in the description to book a free 30-minute call with me and we'll have a conversation about it. And if you want to learn how to set up an AI system that can deliver better work than the biggest consultants in the industry in just 30 minutes and at no cost, then watch this video here. And finally, we're a new channel on a 3-year YouTube journey where we'll be posting one video every week. This is video 10 out of 156. So please like and subscribe as it genuinely helps us grow and keeps us motivated. I'm Toby Quirk. Until the next one, thank you for your time, guys.